Hello everyone, I'm Alison and I'm going to try today to bring a little bit of the outside inside because we're all inside, aren't we? Now I'm in lockdown like everybody else. I've also been in isolation. I normally work in London's Hyde Park. There we go, one of the royal parks, and I'm missing it so much. Normally I'm outside all the time. So what I've decided to do is I've got lots of plants in my flat anyway, but I've decided to try and grow some things because I also really like eating. And I noticed that I was throwing some things away in my kitchen that I'm sure I could get to grow again. So I'm going to show you what I've done with some kitchen scraps that you can grow at home. Now I've got some here that are already going. This one I'm very, very pleased about. So I don't know if you can see that there. So this is just a little gem lettuce. And I ate most of the leaves. Well, I ate all of the leaves really. But then as you can see, this bottom bit was left. And all I've done is put it in a little glass of water. Oh, you can even see it starting to grow here. A few little roots, which is really nice. So that's all I've done. I've put it in some water. So you don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need even any soil or compost. And these are going to be, I can probably have some of those in my sandwich for lunch tomorrow. Let them grow a little bit bigger. And you can do this with all sorts of things. Now this one is just starting to grow. Doesn't look too good yet, but I'm hoping it will soon. And this was spinach. Now I'm lucky I can get spinach from a market near me that is still open, that is still on a stem. So you can see here, there's the stem. And I've eaten all the leaves. And then just like the lettuce, all I've done is put this in a little glass of water. So there it is. Oh, and you need to change the water quite often because this one, look, it's gone a bit murky. Though I think there might have been some soil on that root as well. That might be why it's murky. But you need to change it every couple of days. So this is really, really simple. And whether you're 3 years old or 93 years old, you can have a go. So I thought today I'd show you some of the other things that you can do. So lettuce and spinach, you can also do that exactly the same with a cabbage and see what leaves you can get. Have a go, because you can do it with all sorts of things. Now, as you can see, I've got lots of little jars here. Now, I put lots of things in jars. I don't like buying that much plastic, so I have a lot of glass jars, but you can use anything. So raid the cupboard, raid the recycling. I've got some things I've gathered together here. So plastic containers. I don't know what that was, but it was a Thai green curry paste in there. I even found an egg cup that I thought might be useful because it's got there's a hole bit in the bottom. Thought that might be useful to stick something in. I found some little glasses. I've got some little vases. So anything you can find. Little plastic pot. I think that was a hummus pot or something there. Yeah, so I'm just going to see how many of these I can fill. I'm running out of space, I can tell you, in my kitchen and on my windowsills. Right, so I think the first one we'll try is, see if you can see what this is. There we go. This is a bulb of garlic and it's getting a bit old to use because it's all started growing. I bought a big bag of garlic and I've nearly finished all of it, but this one is probably past it now. They taste a bit bitter, the garlic cloves, if you cook with them when they're this old. But what I can do is grow some garlic sprouts, which are delicious. You can chop them up, put them on top of fish or on top of a salad or and all sorts of things. Or you can just chop them up. I quite like doing that. So if we see if we can grow some garlic sprouts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these cloves. Shall we move these over there a bit now so that you can see? I'm just going to break some of these cloves off. Now this can get a bit messy. I've put a towel on the ground here so that if I spill anything I can tidy it up easily. So it might be an idea if you do that too. So here we go. How many should we do? That one's quite long already. Should we give that one a go? And there we go. Right, now I'm going to choose a jar and I'm going to see if we can, it's going to be a bit hard to stand these all up. So let's have a go. What shall I choose? I think I will try and put those in here. That looks about the right size. So I've got a bit of water here. Just So let's just you don't want too much water, you just want the, maybe a little bit more. Just want just the bottom bit to go in the water. I'm going to peel off all these papery bits. And you just need this little bottom bit here. So they need to go that way up in the water. So this is the bit that's going to grow up. Let's see if I can, I might be able to fit some more in here. Is that going to come off? I think that one will be all right, actually. Oops. This is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, this. So maybe if I try and get it, that's better, that papery bit's come off that one. That one's quite good. They need to try and stand up. So if these might be quite useful with the little sprouts, I can use them as hooks over the edge. There we go. Let's put one more in, see if that'll stand up. That's a good one. It's growing there. Wedge that one in the middle and then they can all stand up. There we go. Not perfect, but I can sort that out later. So there we go. There's some garlic going. I'm looking forward to eating those. Right, let's move those out the way. Put those down here on my towel. Right, now, here, I haven't talked about this one. So this is a little sprig of rosemary, and herbs are another really good thing to try and grow, because a lot of herbs that you'll have at home can, if you've got fresh ones, you can just put them in a bit of water and they start to grow again. So I've only put that one in there 2 days ago, so there's no roots yet, but in a week or so you should see some little roots starting to grow out of the bottom stem. And you can keep that in there for 3, sometimes 4 weeks until there's a nice little bunch of roots, and then it will need planting out into something else, into some compost. And if you do that, if you've got some at home, try and use some peat-free compost, just put it in a little pot and it'll grow on and you'll get a rosemary bush, and the bees love the flowers of a rosemary bush. But there you go, that's a little sprig of rosemary that I've already started. But this herb here, this is coriander. Now I've used some of this, but it's starting to look a little bit sad. So I'm going to see if I can take some cuttings of this now. So when we do that, I'm going to use this vase, I think, because it's got a nice narrow top for this. So I'm going to put a bit of water in here. There we go. We don't want too much. You don't want to put the water too deep, because then the leaves sometimes go a little bit rotten. Now, my scissors, they're over there. There we go. So I'm just going to snip off some of these. There's one. That looks like a good one. I'm going to leave all those leaves on that one. Put that one there. Now here's a really nice long one. I'm going to snip that one off. Now I'm also, with this one, I'm going to pull these bottom leaves off because they're already growing. So you don't want, there's a little aphid on there. You don't want you want it to put all its energy into growing some roots and some new leaves. So you don't want it to be working too hard keeping old leaves alive. So if you just snip the older leaves off and leave a couple in the top, because as I'm sure you all know, plants need light to grow, and the light that they use, the leaves, turn into energy. So I'm going to leave some leaves on there. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. So I'm going to break off those bottom leaves. Cut this down a little bit, I think. There we go. If you are using scissors, just make sure that you're using ones, so I'm going to cut a bit more of that one, that are safe for you to use, or that there's an adult helping you. There we go. Let's put another one in there. Let's find a really nice one in the middle here. There we go. I like the look of that one. Oh, that's really long. There we go. Not many leaves to strip off that one. So I'm going to put that in there like that. A bit shorter. There we go. Put another couple in here. Now each one of these leaves, it's possible to grow into a whole new plant. So that would be a lot of coriander plants, which is good. I love them. I love them in all my stir fries and cooking. So there we go. I'm just going to put those in for now, but you could put more in that one. So there's some coriander. Right, that's looking good. What have we got? We've got lettuce, we've got spinach, we've got garlic, we've got rosemary, we've got coriander. Spring onion. There we go. These are good. Now, these are still quite new. I haven't eaten all of these, but you can do exactly the same with these. You can pull off some of the older, that's a bit dying a bit. Pull off some of the outer leaves. And then with this one, look, you can see there's a shoot already starting to grow. And again, with these, you can use them. It will grow a whole new bit of onion if you leave it long enough, but you can also just use the green bits. It'll grow lots of these green bits really quickly, and you can chop those up. They're lovely in a stir fry or on some soup, or I like them on cheese on toast as well. So you can do that. So here we go. Same thing. Going to put a little bit of water in, not too much, in my jar, just so that the roots are in. Oh, I'm going to break that one. We'll cut that one off actually, because that's already starting to die down a bit. So there we go. Let's put that one in there. I'm going to take that old leaf off this one. Oh, this is good, because look, just inside here you can see where there's a new leaf starting to grow already. So there we go. I'm going to cut off that long one and I'm going to put that in there. And these will start to grow. So there we've got a spring onion. Right. I wonder if you can see all of those. Let's put these up here, shall we? There we go. There's the coriander and there's the rosemary. Right, I'm going to do one more today, and then we're going to leave some maybe to do another one another time. But this is my favourite one. This one can grow into a tree, but you can grow it from a kitchen scrap. And this is an avocado pip. Now, I'm really excited about this because I haven't grown one of these since I was a little girl. I grew up somewhere where it was much warmer than it is here. I grew up in a country called Zimbabwe, and we used to grow these all the time. But I've never grown one in England, so I'm going to try with this one. So here's an avocado pip. There we go. Lots of people like avocados these days, and they're much more affordable to buy. So what we need to do, you need to be a bit careful with this, is you're going to need 4 cocktail sticks, which can be quite sharp. So you might need a little bit of help. Now I put one in earlier so I could see how hard it was. There we go. There's one in there. Oh, now what sometimes happens is they get a bit slippery, avocado pips. So if you're pushing the sticks in, it might be an idea just to grip it with a bit of kitchen paper. So I'm going to put 4 sticks in here, equally spaced around here so that they stick up like this. I might have made those stick up a bit much, but let's give it a go, shall we? There we go. So there they are. It's in a spiked up. Oh, I might use my egg cup for this one. I really want to use my egg cup. So here's my egg cup. So same as everything else. Is it gonna? Yeah, I think I need something a bit deeper actually. So let's use this jar. There we go. There's a good jar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water in the jar. This is going to need a bit more because I need just enough. There we go. And now the avocado pip is just going to sit in the water. And what should happen is a stem will start growing out of the top here. And it'll grow some leaves. And if I look after it very carefully, it will turn into, well, it will grow into a tree. Now these trees, it's not warm enough in our country for them to grow outside, but they will grow in a greenhouse or in a conservatory. But they might never have an avocado, but it's still really fun to try and watch them grow from a pip. There we go. So that's what we've done today. I'm really looking forward to watching these grow. Now there are all sorts of other things. Oh, you might be wondering what this is. So I'm drying out some seeds just from a bit of red pepper, a bit of green pepper there, and I've also got some tomato seeds drying here. So I'm going to let those dry out a bit, and then I'm going to have a go at planting those. But those need a bit of compost. So maybe we'll do that next time. But thank you for watching today, and good luck. And do send in some pictures of your plants to us. There'll be all sorts of links you can look at next to this video. and also there'll be an information sheet on how to do these things and some ideas for other vegetables too. So good luck, happy gardening, bring the outside in, and I'll see you again soon.